Hey everyone, Megan Alexandria. I just wanted to drop in and give you some good quick tips on self-care during eclipses and during solar storms. I don't know if you've been feeling it this past week or maybe even especially today. If you've been feeling a little bit off, the eclipse might be why. So I've been getting a lot of emails asking, what's going on? Is this normal? Have you noticed this too? And so I thought I would just make a video for you guys to try and help out. So what happens during eclipses and solar storms or solar flares is there is usually changes in the Earth's electromagnetic field, also known as EMF. And so that increase we usually can pick up in our bodies right away. Psychics, sensitives, and empaths and animals are especially sensitive to electromagnetic frequency. So when the electromagnetic field on the planet is, shifting around and there's more EMFs to be felt, that does affect our body, and it also affects us emotionally and psychically. So what you can expect is some people usually feel it like up to usually about a week or so before, and the impact can last like a week or so afterward also. For me, I've been feeling it about a week before the eclipse, and I'll probably feel it for the next few days after this eclipse, has just recently passed. So know that, if there's any disruptions in your sleep pattern, etc., like that's perfectly normal, and this is probably why. So some typical symptoms that you can experience during these times is inflammation in your body, which causes joint pain. Some people feel dizzy, you can feel moodiness, you can have heightened anxiety, you can have heart palpitations, unexpected, like kind of out of the normal panic attacks, or some people experience extra fatigue or headaches, migraines. And another really big important one is to know that you may experience like an extra boost in your psychic perception. And you might also have some particularly weird dreams. And, that just kind of like goes hand in hand with the experience of, the eclipse portal being open, and we're exposed to, different energetic frequencies and things like that. And that has an impact on the totality of our body. So, some remedies for this. This is the part that I really wanted to get to. What can you do during an eclipse or solar flare, or AKA solar storm, especially because I think this year in 2019 we're going to have 6 total eclipses. That's quite a bit. So it's good to know when it's coming up, so you can prepare yourself, and when you're going through it, and maybe you can even help somebody around you who's having a little bit of a different time and is unsure why things are a little bit off. So anyways, here are some things that you can do. Anti-inflammatory foods. So you can try to eat as many anti-inflammatory foods in your diet as possible. I have chronic illness, so everything I eat is anti-inflammatory. So you can, Google search anti-inflammatory foods, anti-inflammatory diet, and get some, kind of ideas for what that looks like. It usually means things like cutting back on sugar, nightshades, carbs, and not drinking alcohol and fermented stuff, things like that, because those things tend to inflame your body. It also might mean like cutting back on your workout routine, because that also increases inflammation too. Like maybe just kind of taking it a little bit easier during the week before and the week after. Another thing that really helps with inflammation is golden milk or turmeric tea, and turmeric in general. You can also take turmeric pills. Highly recommend those. I don't get to take stuff like ibuprofen and aspirin, so for me, when I've got headaches and such like that, or I've got joint pain, which is pretty often because I have chronic pain, turmeric tea works wonders. Another thing, if you've got time, energy, and money to do, is green veggie juice, like vegetable juice. Absolutely helps reduce inflammation. and it's just really good for you in general and has a very healing effect. Getting extra rest, I always recommend for people, especially those of us who are empathic and psychically in tune. And it's just because we experience a lot of sensory stuff, more so than most folks, take into their body. So that's, quite tiresome to our being, and it's good to honor that with extra rest if you can. Other good things are taking Epsom salt baths. That helps with inflammation and also just cleansing your energy. Drinking tart cherry juice or taking tart cherry juice pills. That's another alternative to taking like ibuprofen or, things like that. Kava kava pills or kava kava tea or tincture, I can't recommend enough. It helps like your body and your mind relax and feel more at ease. I've been drinking that every night for the last 4 days or so, and I went from waking up every hour and a half to 2 hours, which isn't like me, but apparently that's like me during an eclipse season, to now I'm sleeping most of the way through the night. So kava kava is really helping me a lot. CBD oil, if you can tolerate taking a CBD tincture, things like that tend to really help ease stress in your body and also your mind. Working with grounding stones like hematite and, whatever your other favorite grounding stones are, obsidian, whatever works for you. But maybe meditating, spending some time with those stones, those also cleanse your energy, but they'll also help you feel more rooted and, bring you back down to earth some. Speaking of which, another good tool to use is breath work. And so there's all different kinds of grounding breath work techniques you can do. It's worth searching Google and also sometimes YouTube. Sometimes I'll do a guided YouTube breathwork relaxation, and it just tells you when to breathe, when to inhale, how long to hold it, and how to exhale. And that is, very regulating and very grounding, and can bring you back into your body when things are getting kind of wonky. So that, and then my last recommendation is to just try and take it a little bit slower. Know that there's a very different energetic field that you're existing in, and that's, a very different experience for all levels of your being, mind, body, soul, spirit, all that good stuff. And so it's very important to pause in between transitions. So what that means is, as people, we tend to just kind of barrel through our day, right? Well, what about pausing in between your lunch and going back to work? What about pausing in between coming home from work and going to the grocery store, just taking a moment to reground, regroup, and just kind of feel back into your body and the space and time that your body is existing in. That type of thing might help you as well. So anyways, I hope these suggestions are helpful to you. Let me know if you've been experiencing anything, or if anything in particular works for you. I'm curious to see what kinds of tips and tricks you guys have for surviving, electromagnetic differences and eclipses and solar flares and such. So anyways, let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will be talking to you guys soon. Oh, and if you haven't done it already, you can check out Revolutionary Mystic on YouTube, and you can also find me on Patreon. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.